Hello to all of my Taurians. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a general reading. All right, hopefully you all are still resting, resetting, and manifesting before this big purge. We have on the starting the 5th of this month, and this is what preparation for. The 5th of this month, there's going to be a big release. You may already feel it like in your spirit right now. Something may keep coming up in your spirit, Taurus. But this is a big purge coming, something that you need to release, right? And so while you're resting and manifesting right now, there's something, this strong urge in your spirit emotionally, like let go of something, release something, okay? All right, let's get into it. Let's get into your reading. Let's get into it. Let's get into your reading, Taurus. Let's get into your reading. The energy has already been cleared, so let's go. And this is for everybody. So the theme of everybody's reading is purge, 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 right? And so I want to try to keep you all ahead of the curve, right? So you're still resting during this phase right here. You know, for some of you all, it is Tuesday. For some of you all, it's already Wednesday. But we haven't made it to the 5th of this month yet. And so 5th kicks off the first quarter moon in Scorpio. Scorpio digs real deep. We're not talking about any Scorpios you know. We're talking about the sign Scorpio that's ruled by two planets, Pluto and Mars, right? And so we're talking about the zodiac sign Scorpio. We're not talking about any Scorpios that you know. Those are pretty intense planets, right? As a matter of fact, Scorpio's card in tarot is the death rebirth card, right? So something needs to go, like permanently, emotionally, something needs to be let go. Something needs to be let go. And so here we go. All right. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, there's a death rebirth card. There it is. All right, so here we go. Here we have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, right? The Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords. I see what somebody's letting go of. Here we have the Seven of Cups. Somebody's really learning how to resist the temptation of exposing somebody, like really, really resisting that. And I'm telling you, you're going to be very happy on the other side. Here's the death rebirth card. Somebody is really putting it to just like letting it go emotionally. This is not a sign that somebody lost anything or whatever. But I do see the Knight of Swords energy is all about leaving behind insensitive past lovers, brash colleagues, people who are have no regard for your feelings. This is why I'm getting as far away from that emotion as possible. I'm ready for a reset. I'm ready for purging, right? And so what do we think about when we think about purging? We think about releasing something, getting rid of something, right? And it's not like you're trying to get rid of a person. That's what I'm saying. This could go for somebody. Your thoughts are ranging from real dark to I'm ready to go to this rebirth, and somebody may be real tempted to try to expose somebody, right? Try to expose somebody. Oh, this person, you may be real tempted to vibrate low. Taurus, I know I'm not talking to you all who are listening because I got some high vibrating Taurus that tuned in, right? Please don't do it because it'll throw you back into a cycle. And I'm telling you, I'm not saying this for you all to be afraid of what I'm saying to you because karma just doesn't miss anybody, right? But again, I do see somebody really getting as far, and this is why it's so positive because as much as this is like I know something about somebody that I could expose them. I could really, really expose somebody, but I'm at a high frequency now, and I'm not doing that. I'm just getting as far away from that thought as possible. I'm just getting as far away from it as possible. I could expose them as a snake. I could say a whole lot of things, but I'm not going to do it, right? I had a Kundalini experience. I woke up from that thing. I'm grateful to Source that I had the experience, and I'm moving on, right? I'm doing more of what nurtures me. Here we have the Two of Cups. That was the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups. Seven of Cups in all tarot cards is about temptation, right? It's about temptation. It could have been a person you felt like was a soulmate at one point and they just burned you. And you could be real tempted to share some things about them that other people don't know. Don't do it. Don't do it. A soulmate doesn't have to be a lover. It could have been a best friend. It could have been a parent or an adult child could be your soulmate. It could be a brother, a sister, whoever. You could be tempted to try to expose something about somebody. Instead, book a trip. Book a trip. Do something else. Get as far away from it as possible. Get as far away from it as possible. The process of purging very seldom feels good at all because it's a death rebirth. When you think about, like, if you had to physically think about somebody who died, right? One day you could feel like, smiling and laughing, like, man, I remember when I had, memories, like, happy memories about the person. Other days you can just feel down and depressed. It doesn't take much because your emotions are already sensitive as it is. So you could be at work and your manager could say something like, we really need you to do X, Y, and Z. You could just blow up or get upset or whatever, just be extra sensitive or just break down and start crying. I mean, emotions are all over the place. That's what I'm saying. Somebody is real tempted to vibrate low and do something. All I can tell you, Taurus, is I know it's not any Taurus that I'm talking about because the Taurians that I'm looking at are getting as far away from that as possible and really like, God, I'm tempted. Please, put my flesh under submission. I'm depending on you, God. Do something, make something. So somebody is really praying to God, asking God, God, help me with this. Like, seriously, help me with this. I just feel like that snake got away. I feel like that snake that bit me got away. And they didn't. God is really trying to help you with something. Go ahead and plan a trip. Go ahead and just plan a trip. Plan a trip. Right now, a lot of people's emotions are real dark because of that Scorpio moon. I'm telling you. And it could have already started happening because remember, it doesn't just happen on that same day. Okay, it kicks off, the first quarter moon kicks off on the 5th. It's like boom on the 5th. On the 5th, you waiting for something to happen. But if it already happened, it's because the moon is starting to, it's already waxing. It's already waxing, moving towards a half of a moon. It's going to look like a half of a moon in the sky by the 5th. So, again, try to keep your vibrations very high. Try to keep your vibrations very high. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is nice. This is very, very nice. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. Taurus, come on. Yeah, I know. So y'all are a very patient, very sweet sign, and very sweet sign. Release yourself from that bondage. Just release yourself from that bondage of even wanting to, do anything, vibrate low. Take the blindfolds off and see how free you are with other energies they out of your life. Just release it. Release it. You're coming to the end of something, right? Somebody is still coming up with a lot of fresh ideas. Somebody really does not look like what they've been through. They don't look like what they've been through. And if you really look at if you really vibrate high, and on the other side of this rebirth that you're going through and this purging process that you're going through, you're going to see something different on the other side, right? Like peace, like happiness, like your health. This may have even affected somebody's health. I mean, stress level may have just gone through the roof, all kinds of health issues. But you see on the other side, that thing that you thought was a snake, which was really a Kundalini experience, is no longer in your life. That right there is worth celebrating. That's worth celebrating. And I do see you being victorious and moving on. Here we have the Six of Wands, and also here we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. So I do see somebody working very hard, being emotionally detached from it. Just like, you know what, I didn't lose out on anything. I'm just going to start working hard. I'm going to emotionally detach myself from that, and I'm moving forward. And I see you being victorious at doing that. So kudos. Like I said, Taurus, kudos to you. Kudos to you. Just move on. Just focus on working. It's easy to call a person a snake, but if you don't know, like why God allowed that energy to come into your life, there was a message in all of that. Like for you to wake up and stop just physically looking at stuff like, I got to see a pattern of behavior before I move. I'm being bullheaded. I'm just being stubborn in certain areas. And God said, okay, all right. Okay. So just somebody's going to be working hard and operating in childlike faith. Operating in childlike faith. So what I see you releasing is just the painful memories of something that you left behind. Maybe those snake bites have healed, and again, like I said before, the main reason, sometimes we stay stuck in that because we haven't, sometimes people don't feel like they deserve better. Like, that may sound crazy to some people, but some people just feel like, okay, this is just my life, of just running into snakes. Just I keep coming in contact with snakes, so I guess that's just my life. When that's not your life. On the other side, you'll see something very, very different. This right here that I'm looking at here is peace. It's priceless, right? That victory for you of being able to control yourself and resist the urge of exposing somebody or vibrating just as low as they are, you being victorious. For you, that the peace that you have on the other side is just like, here we have the Knight of Cups. The peace that you have on the other side, you can't put a price tag to that. Right? Here we have the Knight of Cups. Yeah. You're being your own knight in shining armor. Right? Yeah. You emotionally rescued yourselves from this. You didn't allow this to cause you to be dragged down into this, you know. If people could really, really see, when I look at this, and this is where compassion comes in, because there's a lot of emotion in your cards, and compassion is also an emotion too. If people could really, really see how they are when they've been contaminated by a hurt person, like how they hurt other people, it'll put a lot of things in perspective of, like, sometimes people blindly do things. It's too much to go on. Like, some people were just raised differently, right? Some people came out of families where the only way they can survive is to manipulate and gaslight and psychopath and sociopath in their own family. And so it's not like you lost out on anything. It was a lesson you needed to learn. Like, somebody may have joined, like, got connected with the family that they felt like, represented like some stability or wealth or connection to an organization or whatever, and they got with that person and it was nothing like what you thought it was. Like, just, oh my God, I had no idea that it seemed like one, or somebody that you thought was very attractive on the outside, and then you got to know them, and then you just saw something different. You saw brokenness. You just saw a lot of brokenness there. A person who felt powerless, somebody who, made a lot of poor decisions in their lives. It's just too many. So that's why I see you all, like I said, there's a lot of compassion in your cards as well. And I do see you having compassion for somebody and just saying, you know what, I really could expose them, but I would, for what? For what? When I can just vibrate high and continue with my wealthy peace. Yep. Things are flowing to you like water. Somebody's going to go to the beach. Somebody's going to go through a beach during this time and move on from something, right? And if somebody chooses to vibrate low, just keep in mind that God may create a situation where you have no choice but to move on, right? So either scenario is happening here. God may choose to, create a situation where you have no choice but to move on, right? Where you may try to go after somebody and expose, and God just stops it right there, where it doesn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out, hence throwing you back into a cycle. Because again, this is a real, when I look at these cards and I know that Scorpio moon is something intense, it's really about purging. Some people may not be ready to let go of something where you feel like a snake got away. They bit you, other people, they've done this and that, and they just slithered on away. They got away again. Nobody got away with anything. That energy was sent to you for a reason. So that's the main thing you want to ask Source during this time of rest. Here we have the Ace of Cups. During this time of rest, right, you want to ask Source, what was the purpose of you allowing that to happen in my life, right? Somebody was searching for somebody with a deeper level of commitment in terms of love, right? So when this is what the Ace of Cups mean. So this is what Source is sending across your path. So look at it this way. When I look at your cards with all of this water in the cards, this has always been the goal. Deeper love. Maybe your mother or father or somebody wasn't emotionally invested, right? And so you're looking from that for everything, everybody. I wanted people to be committed to me. I'm gonna give out all of this love and nurturing and patience. Some people really just didn't have it to give, right? So again, this is what's coming your way. If it's not already in your life, Taurus, that's what's coming your way. Don't be on the other side of it where, Source makes you move on from a situation. You go to try to sue somebody in court, or you try to do something towards somebody, and the judge says, I don't have jurisdiction over this. We need to go ahead and dismiss this and just throw this out. Or you start telling people, and they're like, you've been talking about the same thing for 25 years. I mean, like, you think maybe at this point you want to go see a therapist about it? Because you keep calling them a snake. They moved on with their life. It's time for you to move on with yours too. Right? So whatever it is, I do see you being victorious at moving on from something, Taurus. That's what I'm seeing for you all. Be bold and make the first move. And that's with you moving on. This is vibrating high. Go to the beach. Take a nice swim, or go to the pool or something. Take a nice swim so that you can move beyond something. So like I said, everybody's emotions are extremely high right now. You're thinking, some of you all are thinking about the worst, the snakes that bit you at that lowest frequency, right now, trying to pull you back down into a black hole. But like I said before, no matter what you're tempted to do, make sure you vibrate high. 777, I am in the flow. See? Flow, which we're talking about water. You're going with the flow of how Source wants it to be. There was a reason why God allowed that snake to come across your path, or maybe several snakes. Here we have 777. Your purpose flows from within, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose, a state of peace and calmness in your soul. Didn't I say peace? Priceless. Priceless. So that energy that you're giving out into the universe, putting out into the universe, Taurus, is actually coming back to you. So you're looking for somebody with a deeper commitment or love. Maybe you're already in a relationship, but that's also, I see people, so your husband or wife, or your partner and your kids, deeper level of commitment in terms of emotion. So there's no amount of money, there's no price tag you can put on that. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. So there's no need, I always tell people, there's no need to really expose anybody. Even when you're looking at like social media and when you're seeing celebrities, people always assume somebody's trying to out somebody or expose somebody, expose this and expose that. That's not always what it is. Sometimes people are exposing things within themselves. If somebody can read between the lines, somebody is exposing things within themselves. That some people are so riled up and so think, oh my God, it's like a hit dog that hollers. Like, you're telling on yourself when the person is trying to expose themselves, but you're telling on yourself, right? So again, that's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking at for you. I will see you all on Wednesday. Again, I am uploading videos for all of this sign. Just so you all know, like a little fun fact here, I'm uploading some videos on my second channel, the Knowledge channel. It's talking about decon, so you'll understand why not all Taurians are the same. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, the link is below. It's called the Knowledge channel. The link is already provided. All you have to do is click on the link and you'll see that channel come up. Or maybe you want to know about other signs and see, okay, this is why, okay, we all have a ruling planet, but then some depending on when your birthday falls, have a sub-ruling planet. That's why you can have, you and for other family members could all be Taurians, but their birthdays fall on a different date, and there's some differences between your personality and theirs. So stay tuned for those videos. I'm still uploading some more. I got about 5 more videos to upload, Taurus, but check them out. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on those videos as well. Comment. Let me know if they resonate with you. But that's what I have for you, Taurus. And again, kudos to you all for not vibrating so low. You're exposing somebody when you could expose them. You don't need to do all of that. So that's what I have for you, and I will see you all on Friday. Bye.